You mentioned, for instance, the like the slowdown of like you have to bring in the security team and then you make a claim ticket and then 7 days later, or they take 7 days because they can and stuff. Like, can you give some other examples? What are some of the big points of friction between the development team and the security team that you see kind of regularly? Are there sort of, as you work from company to company, are there certain things like repeating sort of patterns that you see?
Yeah, well, I think that it always comes back to incentives. Like whenever you have different incentives, you're going to have a bad time. And if you have nothing to align those incentives, then you're basically set up to fail because you can't count on people to do things that are against their best interest. Mm-hmm. That would be a miracle, and it's not an actionable strategy. Mm-hmm. But you can actually leverage a strategy if you're able to connect to a higher level goal, something that both sides share, right? So in development and security, for instance, they have clearly opposite incentives. Security probably has something similar to operations, where they'd rather things don't change. They'd rather be able to focus on a small number of variables, less complexity, and really lock things down. And obviously that works against development in a traditional environment. And really bringing those groups together is an exercise in what are you most worried about? What's really gonna get you promoted on either side? And how do you connect those dots together so everybody gets what they want? Yeah. And that usually means that you pick something that matters to both sides. There's a high level, some executive, like a CIO or a CTO says, we need to deliver twice as fast, or, we need to onboard 500 new customers in the next 6 months. That is a challenge that is shared by everybody who's involved, right? So from the security side, it's how do you do what you do as quickly as possible, and ideally without manual intervention? How do we do it early? So it has to be baked into development to some degree. And how does it not grind development to a halt with, too much manual intervention, too much ambiguity, because, you could be doing the wrong thing and then just get corrected and corrected and corrected, but you're not empowered to actually do the right thing. Right. And so I think that the sweet spot, and where I'm spending a lot of time now with security folks, is how do you make the right way the easy way? Mm-hmm. And I think even beyond that, we have a lot of possibilities now to make the right way the automated way. Mm-hmm. And, if we have to go outside of that golden path or the easy way, have some practices to understand why we had to do that, and some commitment to bringing that into the easy way as soon as possible. And I think those guiding principles are pretty simple to grasp. They're not easy, but they are simple. And they really tackle, I think, the biggest problem, which is just getting those groups to speak the same language and work together rather than have to compromise, right? Because I think if we count on people to have to compromise, it's just nobody's going to be happy.
I'm excited to announce that our Infosec skills platform will be releasing a new challenge every month with 3 hands-on labs to put your cyber skills to the test. Each month, you'll build new skills ranging from secure coding to penetration testing to advanced persistent threats and everything in between. Plus, we're giving away more than $1,000 worth of prizes each month. Go to infosecinstitute.com/challenge and start your challenge right now.